I was first hired by MTD in 1974 in May as a bus driver, which was an honor in particular because I was the first woman chosen to drive for MTD. And then over a span of time, besides being a bus driver, I became the scheduler, the manager of marketing, the manager of planning, eventually the manager of operations and risk, and then moving from that to an additional title of assistant general manager, and then got the honor, all the way through this was an honor, then got the honor of being the general manager my last 10 years. I was the 19th driver hired, and so shortly after that, within the summer of that year, we almost doubled in service and, of course, therefore, employees. It was a time when transit was growing so much and the public was really enjoying it and learning the new services, which were complicated because it was twice the service. We also had some small minibuses that were actually Mercedes-Benz, which we thought would be pretty exciting. The federal government made a decision that all transit service needed to be accessible, but we locally made a decision that we wouldn't wait until the very last moment, that we would get ahead of the game. Anytime we got new service, we would make it accessible.
And MTD was one of those agencies which was ahead of the game, obviously, with the fuel path chosen to do electric shuttles back in the 90s. And again, we were the only agency, I think, at the time that had over 20 electric vehicles running anywhere in the country. So we were one that not only got in early, but we stayed the course. And staying the course made us a pioneer that basically, if you will, blazed the trail to where we're headed today. Over my time on the board, I have been one which has pushed very hard for the electrification of our entire fleet. And I'm very proud to say that recently the board did enact a policy goal of moving toward full electrification by 2030. You know, it's been really an exciting time for MTD to change its image in the community. It's been 50 years, and to basically go with a new brand, essentially a new image, new colors, right? I can see the energy it has brought internally, and I'm really excited to see that roll out on the streets and see if that same energy transforms into the community, and they also get excited with the fact that we're heading into our next 50 years of service to this community. You bet I'm excited.
In the next 50 years, I think it's, one of the big challenges will be the zero emission bus goal that we've set. It's not just these systems that we're being asked and technologies to try, it's also the demand for the service. Service out at the UCSB area in Goleta is booming. We're excited about that, and we want to be able to expand services, improve frequencies, and all that's going to have to be done with the infrastructure in place, the manpower and the resources committed to it. So over the next, few decades, 50 years for sure, you're going to see, I think, expansion and potentially even growth out into beyond the service area as a possibility.
We're proud.
We're proud.
We're proud.
We're proud of Santa Barbara MTD's
first 50
years of service
to the community.
Here's to the next.
To the next. To the next.
To the next 50 years.